They promised us that these things were awful for us and that they would kill us. They haven't delivered. Welcome to Fridays on the Fly, episode 12. This is Eric.
And I'm Ward. We are creative people with creative projects. Follow our adventures with personal and community projects, including short films, writing, props, radio drama performances, movie reviews, and plenty of other tangents.
I think I'm going to start off with a tangent right away.
Well, can I just make a note that we have not recorded an episode in 2 months because you're on vacation?
Yeah, so if you're listening, there was a 2-month gap in between episode 11 and episode 12. So yeah, a 2-month vacation, driving across the U.S. with the family. Made it all the way out to Wyoming and all over. I mean, you saw the pictures. And really, I only have one interesting story from that whole trip. The one thing that I guarantee you the children will remember. I mean, we saw Mount Rushmore, Independence Hall, Devil's Tower. We were in Denver. I mean, we were in 20-some states. The thing they'll remember the most is we're driving through Kansas. If you remember, if you're listening at all, I built a kayak rack. I don't build many things at all. So I built a kayak rack using PVC. I showed to you. You gave it a shake. Pronounced it sturdy.
Looked good to me.
So, yeah, I took that to mean this is all right. So, okay, we made it almost 3 weeks, and we're driving through Kansas. And if you drive through Kansas, I don't take the highways because you don't really have to. Their back roads go for 30 miles before you reach another intersection. We're driving. Everything's going great. I'm doing about 70 miles an hour on these back roads because nobody lives there. You see like one house every 20 miles. It's nothing like what we would consider to be country. We consider Ruffin to be like country. Well, this is uber country. So, we're driving along and doing 70. Kids are relaxed and we're checking out all like the windmills and all that. All of a sudden we hear pop really loud. I mean loud. And I could tell it came from like the top of the vehicle. Like I thought maybe something hit a kayak or something. So I'm going to look up through the window, just to see if I can see the kayaks. Right as I look up in the rearview mirror, I catch 2 kayaks sailing about 20 feet above behind us. And I'm like, I think the kids were like, the kayaks! Obviously I stop and turn around. There's nobody there. I mean, this is backcountry Kansas. We're not on a highway. We just happened to do it 70 miles an hour. And it was really windy. So I get back to where I thought the kayaks came off. And I'm looking around like, how am I missing these? One's red and one's purple. Why can't I find them? The wind was blowing about 30 miles an hour. So when they launched up in the air, they didn't even hit the road behind us. They landed in the grass about 30 to 40 feet left of the vehicle. So, that's the story they're going to remember. So as it did that, it wasn't the rack that failed immediately. It was the front strap that failed immediately. The PVC pipe, I guess, cut into the strap. I don't know if you remember, I had the straps coming out of the PVC. I'd like mounted them inside of it. I guess it kind of cut into the strap, the PVC. And that's what made the thing pop. Well, I guess the back strap tried to hold on to it and it ripped half of the PVC kayak rack off the top of the van. I didn't know the PVC could actually tear. But apparently, again, who knew? Gone for 8 weeks. That's the story that everyone will remember.
You see half America, but the real kicker is, hey, we lost some kayaks.
The biggest kayak trip we had was on the highway. That's what they'll remember.
So were you able to repair the rack well enough to carry your kayaks? What happened?
Oh, Lord, no. No. Now, on these roads, you're lucky if you see someone on the road as you're traveling down it. So, I pull over and I don't know what to do because the rack it's ripped apart. The bolts that are holding it into, those are the only things that are basically left because I use these massive stainless steel bolts to hold it in place and they were there. And one of my straps was now broken. As I'm loading him on, all of a sudden this guy pulls up and he's like, hey, you need a hand? I was like, I think I got it. I said, I think one of my straps broke. I said, is there a Walmart anywhere near here or anything like that? And he's like, oh yeah, about 45 miles that way. This one, like 45 miles. What is? I have 3 kayaks on the roof that I need to get back on this roof. And I said, I just broke a strap and do you know any place? And he's like, I've got brand new straps right here. Pulls out this package of brand new ratchet straps. He's like, yeah, just, give me $15 for it. They're yours. Done. Here's 20. Yeah, I cut the package open. I'm like, oh, let me see if it'll work. I put them up and I strap it around and it works fine. I'm like, oh, that's great, buddy. Thanks, man. They're going to work great. So, I give him the $20. Off he goes. I go to put the other strap on. I left it in the back of his truck. I'm like, oh my gosh, this can't get any worse. Yeah, it did. Paid $20 for one strap. I obviously he didn't realize, but I still had the other strap. Definitely some rigging happening. We had a really amazing time, and we got to see some places that I've never been before, and obviously the kids have never been there. So we had a great time.
Now, where all did you go? What I thought before you said you were going to travel up to Canada. Did you make it?
Did not make it to Canada, no. The main reason we didn't go to Canada was because I forgot their birth certificates, which I guess I could have just had mailed to me at some point, but started out, went straight across to Tennessee, up to Kentucky, across I don't even know what states come next. Illinois, Indiana, Nebraska, Kansas, South Dakota, Wyoming, went down to Colorado. If you could think of a national park in there, we went there. Other than our main goal. Our goal was to go to Yellowstone, which the bears chased us away from there. So the week before we had reservations at the campground there, but the week before we got there, somebody had been attacked by a bear at the campground we were supposed to stay at. 2 days after we left that area, they found a half-eaten body in the same campground that we were at. The other half of him was buried for later. So yeah.
Did the parks frown on that?
They just frown on that. Yeah, they don't want you bringing 3 appetizers into the park. So I thought it'd probably just be best if we didn't go. But that's a shame because it was really, my goal was to get out there. And that's the whole reason we brought the kayaks, because I wanted to kayak the Tetons and we weren't able to do it. So because of the grizzlies. Apparently they're big. Who knew? Got to go to a lot of places. Like I said, I mean, if there was a national park there, we went there. Mammoth Cave and Mount Rushmore. And gosh, I can't even... Honestly, it's just all a blur at this point. But I think we saw something like 16 or 17 national parks, which was the idea of the trip. National parks. Because it's cheap. And I'm cheap. Free sites.
2 months of trip, is that all you got for me?
What more do you need for that?
I don't know.
You got the kayak story. I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot that we saw. And I could run down a whole list, but that would really just be boring.
How much driving was there? Were you driving multiple hours every day?
8,218 miles was the total trip. I did not drive every day, no. We'll stop and camp for a couple days if I like the place. Like, we stopped and camped in Custer State Park for 4 or 5 days just because it's really beautiful. And, if you want to sit around and watch herds of buffalo go through, that's the place to do it. Places like that, it was a lot of South Dakota just because South Dakota is amazing. And I was surprised by Nebraska, too. I thought, we're going to breeze through Nebraska. It's going to be nothing. Turns out Nebraska is beautiful. We were supposed to stay in this Smith Mountain Falls for a night. I ended up staying there for 4 nights just because of how amazing it was. We had to kayak some of the rivers through there, and my whole goal of going through Kansas and Nebraska in order to see owls. They have these owls. It's called the burrowing owl. The owl lives in the ground. They burrow in these sand dunes, and they live there. We didn't get to see any. Got to see a lot of other things, prairie dogs, things like that. But then some things get cut short. Like we were supposed to go to the Ozarks in Missouri. We were supposed to spend a week there. We spent 3 rain-filled days there. You get a little tired of going bowling every day. We went bowling every day. Because there's nothing else to do. We came to hike and kayak, and all that stuff was closed. We went to kayak the Mississippi. Couldn't do that. It was because of all the rain this year. The Mississippi is insanely flooded. Went to kayak the Missouri. Couldn't do that. Insanely flooded. Ozark River, Ozark Lake. Couldn't do any of that because of all the flooding. They wouldn't even actually let you go out and boat. Normally they'll let you go. You're fine to go because these are riverways, especially the Mississippi and the Ozark. They said no, absolutely not. All the debris floating down the river, and it was dangerous. Missed out on that. Well, we got to see things like the Arch, Gateway Arch. I didn't even know you can go up into the Arch. I just figured it was one solid structure. Well, you could take a train. There's a train inside the Arch.
Wait, there's a train inside the Arch?
Inside of it. That's how big it is.
Wow.
It's actually, you could fit the Statue of Liberty underneath the Arch. That's how big the Arch is. You take a train, this little tram, and as you're going up, it self-levels each car as you're going up. So it makes these clicks. And you get to the top and you get out of the train, and there's a viewing deck with these little rectangular windows that you couldn't shove a kid through. I tried. You can't. The heights are dizzying. I think it's something like 650 feet or something like that, which is crazy.
This viewing area in the Arch, what size are we talking about?
If I had to put a size on, at the top of the Arch, it's very narrow. You could walk from one side to the other in probably 10 feet. And then the length of it is maybe 40 feet. Not huge. So you have to get tickets for scheduled times. And you can stay up there as long as you want. I guess most people probably spend about 20 minutes up there looking out, taking pictures. And after 20 minutes, you've pretty much seen it all. So take the train back down. But did you know there was a train in there?
No idea.
No idea that there was a train in there. I was shocked. And then we went to this place that I think you really would have liked. It was called the City Museum. And what it is this guy he bought an old factory. He's a metal worker. And he's just decided to basically make a playground out of all metal. And not just for kids. So there's things like 10-story slides that start at the top of the building and go all the way through the building, all the way down to the basement. I can't even describe it to you. There's a full-size bus on the roof that you can climb through. It's half hanging off the roof. It's been obviously attached. And you can get through the front of it. There's a Ferris wheel on the roof. It's insane. It's beautiful. I could have gone there without the children and just taken pictures because everything is so artistically done. And nothing is wasted. Everything that he used was just waste. It was junk. Incredible. I think you would have liked it. I mean, just from the inspiration standpoint of view, just how amazing it was.
I actually remember seeing you posted some pictures of it, and really neat looking place.
Yeah, the pictures couldn't do it justice. I took so many pictures there, and it was just there just wasn't one where I could have been like, oh, that defines this place. You take a picture of Devil's Tower, it's a big rock. Got it.
So what would be your high point? What was the most exciting or the best thing you saw?
Gosh, that's hard to say. I'd never been in a cave before. Have you ever done any of those cave things? I mean, around here, I know we have like Luray caverns and things like that.
I've been in caverns before.
Is a cavern a cave? Is a cave a cavern? Can a cave be cavernous?
I believe it can.
Well, I've never been in a cavern nor a cave. I thought, Mammoth Cave is the largest cave in the world, the largest cave system. So I've never been in a cave in my life. But when they say it's mammoth, it's mammoth. I just posted a picture of a staircase that they built in there and how they lit it. If you look at it, it just looks like this miniature staircase. But when you think about it, the size of it, I just wish somebody was standing there in the picture. That way we could have gotten, we could have had a comparison. It's amazing. But I'm caved out. Because really, once you've been to one, why do you need to go to another? It's a cave. What are you looking at? Walls, old graffiti. Great. So I'm done with caves. We got the cave out of the way. So I'd say that and the St. Louis Arch. I was just really surprised by that.
What would have been your most disappointing experience, sight, etc.?
Gosh, I don't know.
Seeing your kayaks fly off your car at 70 miles an hour.
That was bad. Gosh, that was bad. We had one other kayak incident, but even that, the river was still amazing and the trip was still amazing. I'm trying to think of the most disappointing. I guess the Ozarks, just because we didn't, if you're familiar with the Ozarks at all, but it's like these mountains in Missouri and there's a river through there. It's supposed to be amazingly beautiful. Right when we got there, the water was crystal blue. I mean, we got there at like 7 o'clock that night and we thought, oh, can't wait to kayak these. They're crystal blue. Then it rained 5 inches that night and we could no longer, it was brown and you couldn't kayak it. And so probably the Ozarks was the most disappointing thing. It's Missouri. Were we really expecting anything anyway? Oh, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was disappointing. Nah, I don't think so.
So did you take this trip again, or have you done the big road trip and it's going to have to be a few years for you?
Oh, no. We did one last year.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we went to Canada last year.
So you're going to do a road trip next year? Mexico?
Tijuana?
You done Canada, you done America, it's time for Mexico.
No, I think we're going to do Canada again next year and go around the Great Lakes. I realized this year that it was really hot. It's really hot to be camping in July in Kansas. You think it's going to be all right, but it's actually kind of hot. I think back to Canada just because I want it to be 80 degrees. I want to wear pants and a jacket in July. And try to trick the kids to go swimming again. The first time I went, I was like, you're on the coast of Maine and in Canada, and they're like, can we go swimming? I'm like, yeah, definitely. I brought your suits. Great, go ahead. The water's 56 degrees in the summertime. I wish I would have videoed it because they got like 3 feet in and they're like, oh my gosh, ran right back out. And yeah, it was awesome. Why aren't you going in, Daddy? I'll be in a minute. You go ahead. Let's see how it turns out for you. Plus, I like Canadians. Isn't that weird? They're really nice people. Have you ever met Canadians? Any Canadians?
Never in person. Not that I knew of.
Oh, every rumor that you hear, stereotype of Canadians, it's completely true. They're all incredibly nice and...
They're all Mounties that ride horses?
Yes. But they're all pleasant. Everyone is so pleasant. We did not have one negative time in Canada. And everyone was really friendly, willing to just open their doors up almost to you. Like, hey, you need a place to stay? Camp in our yard or whatever. I mean, hey, come on. Eh? So it was just really, really friendly. So yeah, I like to do that again just because they were really nice. And they've got lobster, which that never hurts. That brings me back to our country. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. Just a small one. Before I got here, I went to the gas station, get some gas in the car. Person next to me pulls in. They're in like a little Honda Civic or something. Well, in the back seat, they've got 2 little kids in car seats. And the couple in the front, younger, windows up, both smoking. Oh my God. Am I the only one that bothers?
Somebody, it's funny. I just read something on the news this week that I think some state is outlawing to smoke in a car with kids inside.
I was mad at first. I wanted to just grab her because she got out of the car. I'm going to grab her by her hair and just jerk her around.
Put a cigarette out in her eye.
Something, anything. But then I thought, you know who I got mad at right after that? I got mad at the U.S. government because, again, they have screwed us over. They promised us that these things were awful for us and that they would kill us. They haven't delivered. Why haven't the stupid people died?
We need results now.
That's right. Why haven't we seen results from this? And that's what I took away from it. I just thought, another thing our country is lying to us about. First it was landing on the moon, and now this. I don't understand. You don't smoke.
I don't.
I don't get it. We have enough information now where you should not be doing this.
But it makes you look cool.
Is that information still out there?
That's just what the kids say. I don't know.
And doing it with kids in the car with the windows rolled up. Oh, fantastic.
Hey, the kids need a buzz too.
Yeah.
I can't blame them. Mom, I need some of that second hand. Come on, puff this way.
Stop using the lights, Mom. Go back to the normals. Go back to the regular Marlboros. So that's my rant. I want to be mad at people, but I'm actually more mad at the government. Again, it's just another government lie. They promised us these people would die. They're still alive, Ward. They're still alive. Can't they deliver on anything?
So that covers what you've been doing for the past 2 months.
Yeah. That pretty much sums it up.
Before you left, I delivered the giant pins to you. And about 3 weeks later, I'm like, wait a minute, did he put those up? Was I supposed to take those down? And I thought about texting you, but I didn't want to bother you on your vacation. But I'm like, well, now I was like, wait, if he did put them up, I can't text him now because he'll realize I forgot. It's like, I just got to play this cool and do nothing. So my question to you now is, did you put the pins up?
No, I wasn't going to put them up right before I left because I wasn't going to leave you with taking them down. That wouldn't have been, that's okay. Not right. Because I was going to put them up. I wasn't going to ask.
I just want to check because, about 3 weeks after I dropped them off, I'm like, did he put them up? I don't remember seeing them. Was I supposed to take them down? Oh, man. What happened?
Wait a minute. Where were they supposed to go? I did think about checking to make sure that Google still thinks that Walgreens is the center of Reidsville before we go put it up. That's got to be done.
We definitely need to get on that. My shields, I believe I talked about on a previous episode. I was making a shield of Skyrim. 2 of them, one for me, one for my son. They are complete, and we are looking at them right now.
Yeah, and they are amazing. I still can't believe that's plywood. I mean, if anybody's checked these out online, I mean, you look at the front of it, and it's wood grained, and it just looks like you cut the ring, just a straight ring out of a tree. Not ring, but a slice out of a tree and just made it. It's incredible. I think what I like the most is I don't know what they call it in prop making, but the patina on it.
Patina, yeah.
Would that be accurate?
That would be it.
It really looks great. I like yours better than your son's.
Just the image or what?
Yeah, it might be the image. I don't know. That one looks... It took me a minute to get what the image was. I'm looking at it right? It's a bear.
That is a bear.
No, I like the image on yours better. Did you make a stencil for that?
I did make a stencil.
That's incredible. What's the game that it's from again?
The video game is The Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big video game. Came out 2013 maybe.
If it wasn't Madden, I probably missed it.
A small footnote about that game. I endeavored to play a video game for 24 hours straight. That was the video game.
Wow. How did it work out?
I made it.
24 hours?
24 hours straight.
Oh, can we do that again? In video at this time?
It was actually, it's kind of a neat experience though, because I started 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, the game's brand new. I'd gotten it the day it came out. I believe I took off work early, which...
Of course, so why not?
I used to be pretty committed to video games. Not as much anymore, but...
So wait. What year was this again?
2013, I believe.
So like 2 years ago.
2011, 2012. We'll go with 2012.
Okay, I was just trying to put a time frame on it. If I knew you then, But yeah, I definitely knew you then.
If I was making vlogs back then, I would have made a vlog of that, but...
Oh, gosh, that would have been a good one.
So it started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, the game's new, so I'm breezing through it. It's 11 o'clock before I even realize what time it is. Right. I've been playing for 6 hours. Hours just fly by, 12, 1, 2, like 3. I'm like, wow. Then it's like, this is crazy. I mean, I hit 4, 5, 6, didn't even feel a thing. And then about 8 o'clock, I'm like, this has been going on for a while. But, I went that long without even thinking about it. That morning, as, the sun comes up, the family wakes up, and it's just surreal. I mean, it's almost like this dream, fugue state.
But you had to make it to 3 o'clock that day.
And I did, but...
Oh, and I did.
Yeah. I definitely wanted to quit before that, but I'd always wanted to play... Because in college, I had a dorm mate that played a video game for 24 hours straight, and I just like these, weird Iron Man challenges.
No, I completely understand that one. I don't know that I've ever played for 24 hours straight, but I've probably 12. I But I loved video games when I was in my 20s. But yeah, no, I can imagine doing 24 hours. I'd like to try it now.
It's a trip. Do it.
Oh,
Add it to your vlog.
Yeah, but the problem is, that's my vlog. The problem is, I only have Wii, and there's nothing interesting on Wii that you want to play for 24 hours.
Yeah, that's torturous.
There's nothing you want to play there for 24 hours.
But if you're checking out these shields, they are on my blog. I will add a link to those in the show notes for this episode so you can see the tutorial, because I do walk through every single step.
You got your shield. What is the name of the site?
Instructables.
Instructables. That's right. Yeah, that's major. That's a big deal.
Well, that site has become a bit of an addiction. I've used the site a lot.
Is it all just props? Is it all like game props, movie props?
Making anything, period. There's people that show you how to make food. I mean, anything you can make yourself. It's any kind of tutorial, any how-to. Some are completely silly, some are awesome. But I used the site a lot, and I thought, well, I might as well post something I've done on there just to kind of give back.
Now, did you do a video, or did you just do did you post your blog notes on there, essentially?
That one I posted my blog note. After they were done, I went back and made like a video. It's kind of
summary.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as good because it didn't really give you the in-depth. But I spruced in my pictures that I'd done. So it was a pretty extensive video tutorial. It just didn't show the actual making. But I showed the materials. I showed the tools. And so pretty decent. So Instructables has kind of become a slight addiction for me. I posted my first one and it did all right. Then I posted another one and it got featured. If every tutorial somebody posts on Instructables, they have a moderator that looks at it and says, hey, this is good. We're going to put it in the featured category. Right. Or, well, that's all right. Whatever. My second one, which I think was making lightsabers. I've done a few Instructables now. I'm up to like 8 or 9. And, I got featured. And I was like, well, that's cool. And they give you a 3-month free membership to the site. And really that just removes ads and a few little things. So I made another one and that got featured. Then I posted my shields to the site and I got front page. Apparently you can get featured and above that is getting front page. Where
when you go onto the site, this comes up immediately.
That's what comes up, yes.
Wow. This must have been a really popular game. I feel like an idiot for not knowing the game.
It's huge. I mean, that year it was Game of the Year. And
it was just a time that I wasn't playing video games.
But yeah, I played the game a ton. And that shield is very prevalent in the game. They have a lot of different colors and emblems. But I always wanted to make one, and it just took me 3 years to do it.
Did you put the chainmail Instructables on there?
The chainmail is not on there.
Man,
just because there's so many. I mean, I think Instructables is how I learned to make chainmail. And really, there's only so many pictures you can take of this is chainmail. These are
rings.
Look,
I'm making a link. Look, I'm linking another one.
I thought about it, but I know my...
Well, that thing's impressive because I've never seen handmade chainmail before. And in fact, before that, I don't know that I've ever seen chainmail other than in the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And that's probably the only place I've ever seen chainmail.
It's there and it's in my house. Those are the places
Those
you see
are the
chainmail.
2 places I've seen it. That's high praise.
Now I've been doing Instructables. I'm like, I got to do another one. I got to get more views than last time.
It's an addiction.
It is.
You're like a Kardashian.
Well, because now I'm like, I got to make some videos. I got to really get into this thing. I got to set it out. So
pouring yourself out to
just posted an Instructable today, making a stencil. I made a little plastic stencil of my Wardworks logo, and you just kind of spray it. And
see, I like that. How did you make the stencil?
Plastic. I took a for sale sign. Half my Instructables are taking for sale signs, but took a for sale sign.
It's like cheap. They got that really hard plastic. That really, I don't know. I don't even know if I describe that as plastic.
It's plastic. It's styrene.
Styrene. No.
So I cut it out, and I really like my video. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best video in the world, but I like it because what I did, I took a piece of plexiglass, and unfortunately it's kind of old and a little faded, but I put the plexiglass in front of the camera, and I sprayed in front of it, so it's kind of a cool point of view.
Did you show yourself making the logo? See, that's what you got to do. You got to do that shot that's coming down onto your work table. It shows you making it.
I faked it.
You faked it?
It was
an after?
Yeah, I mean, really all it was, I printed the logo, I used some spray glue to tack the back just so it wouldn't slide around, and then I used a hobby knife to cut it out. So, I recreated the cutting of the hobby knife. I didn't do every letter because that's monotonous. And I try to keep my videos very brisk. I try to keep them interesting. So, I recreated that, and then I did the paint layers, and, I put plexiglass in front of the camera and did the spray paint. So,
I like that.
That's a cool point of view.
Yeah. No, I definitely like that. But yeah, you definitely have to film more of your stuff from above because you can really edit it neatly too, I think. Where you're not showing the whole thing, where you're just kind of shots of it at different stages. I like that. Your vlog.
Yes.
Let's get to your vlog. What made you start doing a vlog?
It's partly your fault.
Figured that.
But we talked about how to make good YouTube videos, and I talked about how I don't watch YouTube videos. I just don't care. I know you told me some people you watch. I saw the names but didn't pay much attention to it. Well, I've been listening to this podcast. It's called Ear Biscuits by Rhett and Link. these guys are really big YouTubers, millions of subscribers, and their podcast, they interview famous YouTubers. That's my new favorite podcast right now. It's really neat just how these people stumbled upon it, some people didn't stumble upon being a YouTuber. They decided, I'm going to be a YouTuber. And just the amount of dedication. I mean,
the dedication to do a daily vlog?
Whew. They're not even blogs, but any kind of video. Every single person they've interviewed that's successful, I do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't get time off. I mean, some of these people have made it far enough to where they get time off, but they said in the beginning, they lived, ate, and breathed YouTube.
So whose vlogs are you watching?
These guys, they'd interview the people. I'd check out their YouTube pages and see what they've done. And I stumbled across Casey Neistat. Then a little while later, I'm like, Eric sent me some links about vloggers. Casey Neistat. So I'm now subscribed to Casey's vlog and really liking it. And so I've been trying to make more videos on my YouTube page, and I will link to that too, even though there's really not a ton to see yet.
Right.
I've done a lot of movie reviews. They are not to the level of being good yet.
No, not yet.
But they're good practice.
Those I did watch.
They're getting better, though.
Yeah, they are getting better.
They're getting better, so it's good practice. And I finally made a vlog last week.
I saw the vlog.
And I was pretty pleased with it.
At first, I didn't like it. I watched it, and I thought, oh, man, this isn't great. And I still don't like the video aspect of it. I don't know what part of the video I didn't like about it. I just didn't like the video part of it. I watched it again, and I thought, this is kind of a side of a ward that I don't even see. And that's kind of what you're looking for when you're watching someone's vlog. So for that, I actually really liked it, because that isn't the normal you that I talk to. You know what I mean? That's you
frightened I'm going to get mugged and
doing
robbed.
business, and oh gosh, it totally sounded like you were getting a male prostitute. I'm waiting for him. It's 6:00. I don't know where he is. He said it'll be $25. It did look good, but the video part of it, I don't know what it was about the video part of it I didn't like. I don't know.
For my first effort, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, and I completely agree. For your first effort, it was very good.
I'd included a time lapse of me driving to this site.
Yeah.
And ever since college, I've wanted to just film, like my college commute. I've wanted to film that when I was in college. I just never had a camera. So I finally filmed a commute, and it's on YouTube. So I'm proud just because of that, because I've always wanted to do that, so I've done it.
Well, we've been talking about time-lapsing for a while.
Yes.
I mean, both of us just seem to, and it might have been Casey Neistat's page, his videos that got me thinking about time-lapsing, because every one of his starts basically with a time-lapse. If you've watched the videos, I mean...
I've watched tons of Casey.
What is it about it that makes his vlog so good?
Part of it is he's telling a story. If you go to my YouTube page, I've been pushing YouTube hard. I've been doing tutorials, and I've got big plans, and it's cool to see my videos getting hits. I mean, again, my number of views is tiny.
Oh, well, that's how you have to start. I mean,
but it's fun to see. Well, actually, I was going to say 30, but I think my YouTube video is like, oh man, 3 people, sweet,
sweet. Well, when I started when I clicked on to follow Casey, it probably had 600 people.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Almost years ago when he first started because I actually caught on to him. He would post stuff on YouTube, just like about a shop. He has a shop in New York, and he would post like walkthroughs of what his shop was. And even though I don't build too many things like that, it always interests me. I work on things, but that always interests me. And I watched his HBO series years ago when it was on. He had a show on HBO with his brother, when I saw him on YouTube, I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy from the thing. And then I just subscribed, and it's just going crazy. I mean, that guy's, I don't know if he's global, but he's I would say he's global. Yeah.
I mean, he gets people to pay him to make, in essence, extended vlogs as commercials.
Pretty much. That's crazy.
Since you left and we talked about that, and I started, with the podcast I listened to, it just got me into it. And I'm not looking to be successful and make money. I like to find this thing and learn a skill. And so right now I'm learning the skill that is YouTube.
These people that have these vlogs, there's probably thousands of vlogs out there. It's probably only a handful of people that do it well enough to live off of it. And he seems to have those circles. If you're watching those videos, Casey Neistat's videos, it seems to be the same kind of group of people that live off these vlogs. And I haven't picked up any of their vlogs yet. I don't know why.
The one key part I've noticed of anybody that's successful at YouTube is they produce content almost daily.
Well, it's not crap either. I mean, that's...
But even crappy people that produce it daily do halfway well.
I haven't come across any crap yet.
You have a good filter then.
I watch Casey's because it's visually pleasing to me.
I mean, artistically, and he tells a good story. But yeah, so YouTube is going to be my ongoing project. And it's kind of neat because all these ideas I kind of shelved, and I thought, I can't do that. Now I'm like, I'm going to do it. Even if I can't do it as well as I'd like to, if I don't do it, it'll never happen. So I might as well make a crappy version rather than no version.
Yeah, that's true.
So you may be getting calls from me about, hey, you want to be in my YouTube video?
Yes, I do.
That's good because I actually want to do one tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
About what?
I'm not going to say on the podcast. We'll talk about it later. But I've had this idea for a long time. I never quite knew what to do with it. But with all these things confluencing, I've got it.
Do I have to wear a wig?
Not a wig. You do have to dress up.
But a dress, you're gonna need one. You're gonna need that. Why is it whenever we do a video, I'm always dressing up?
I've dressed up before too.
So is that going on YouTube? Is this why we're filming this?
Well, no, this is gonna be part of my vlog. That is gonna be a very quick time lapse.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right now, I'm approaching the vlog as I just like to record my memories. I'm not really doing this for anybody to entertain anybody. But you know, from college, the one thing I wrote from my college, I wish I'd had a video of my commute. So now I've got to commute for my drive to work, and 10 years down the road, I'm gonna think, no, I want to look at that. Yeah, I want to see what I did for every day for umpteen years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Umpteen? You plan on just cutting it short in the teens? You're gonna work for 30 years, Warden.
Yeah, I'm hoping the commute may change one day.
But yeah, I mean, I love the idea of doing a vlog. I don't know what to talk about.
I feel the same way.
Who's going to want to see me make lunch and then make dinner? I mean, who's going to want to see that? You want to see me work out?
There are a number of YouTube channels that are just cooking that are successful, so you never know.
How successful could it be of me making hot dogs?
What's the guy?
All right, kids, it's hot dogs again.
There's actually one guy, Shay Carl. He had a family, and he gave everybody in his family a video camera, and he's like, give me 2 minutes of footage every day. And he'd throw it up there, and he was widely successful. So actually... Your situation.
That's a gimmick. I mean, that's a gimmick. I've seen other gimmicks like that where somebody will take a picture of their kid for like 10 years every day and then make a video out of that. I wish I had that kind of commitment. But really, when it comes down to it, and it's 7 o'clock and we're ready to roll out the door to go to school, my thought would be, you know what? We'll take 2 tomorrow. Who's gonna know? That would be my thought. Because if you miss a day and you say, okay, you know, this was 3 years of my kid, there's going to be somebody out there who counted those pictures and is like, no, you're 3 days short. Sorry. You're a liar. He's a fraud.
Should we jump back to my vlog, like why I made this one vlog post?
Yeah. I mean, I understand why you made the vlog post.
But what actually occurred that day and why I was afraid of getting mugged and robbed?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Here's what I got from it. I'll tell you what I got from it.
I'd love to hear that.
I got from it that you know someone or met someone who knows what you do, whether you met them at work or met them outside of work, who knows what you do for a living, and they were like, hey, could you come and design something here, or, you know, whatever it is that you do. They probably thought that they could probably get some kind of deal because you're not working for your company. You're working, you know, this is private. This is on the side. So that's what I got from this. And you're going to meet this guy who you don't know at all. It looks like you're on a busy enough road. It looks like you're next to some woods where they would find a shallow grave. I mean, that's what it looked like. So, okay, go ahead. So tell me what happened.
That is right. Spot on. The guy was very nice. Everything went well. My work gets this call, and it filters through. My firm, we just really don't do small projects. Well, this guy, I didn't know this at the time. I had no idea what he wanted. I even talked to him on the phone. And I could not figure out what he actually wanted.
Because he didn't know what he wanted.
He has a building, and he just wanted somebody to create a plan. He's renovating it. It's an existing building, and he just needs something to show the building official. So we agreed to meet. I show up at the designated time. Of course, he's not there. So I call him. He shows up, and we go in, and like right off the bat, the door opens with this hallway, and it's like bright purple, and I'm like, all right, it's kind of a swanky club, I guess. That's neat. And so he's telling me about it. And
the girls really love it.
We talk about what he wants, and it's an existing building. He just needs me to measure the plan.
Right.
And I ask him, well, how quick do you want it? He's like, well, I need it ASAP. Of course, my question is, ASAP in a week or ASAP in 2 days?
How quick do you want it?
He could not understand why him demanding it to be done in 2 days is a premium over letting me do it at my leisure. And he kept saying, well, this is on the side. You should do this for cheap. And I didn't agree. And I was getting a little irritated. Because
I do agree with him kind of there. It's on the side, so, you know, he should get some kind of discount. So I do agree somewhat there.
As I told him, if he had been doing it through my firm, it would have been thousands.
Oh, okay.
So it was less.
Okay, well, that's why I didn't know if you were charging him the same as...
No.
If you, okay, all right. Okay, well, that makes sense then.
My price is, if you let me take my time, it's $50 an hour. If you want me to rush it, it's $75 an hour. And if you don't want to pay me that, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I kind of told him my maximum price, that I will not exceed this price. Chances are I can do it for less. I only charge you for the time I take, because it's this nebulous project that I don't quite know the ins and outs about. So he argues me down as to how much time it'll take, and we reach a price, and he's like, well, you know, I called so-and-so, and they can do it next week for less. Okay, what's your budget then? And he's like, well, they'll just do it for less. You're doing, you know, we go through this argument. It's on the side. It should be cheaper. He's called my company. All these things. I keep asking, what's your budget? So finally, when he doesn't give me an answer, I say, look, you've talked to somebody else. You like them. You like the price. Use them. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't care. And at that point, I was just wishing he'd let me leave. Because he's getting a little agitated, too. And I don't know this guy.
I'll bet you wish you had a gun in that bag.
I was like, hey, Eric, where are you?
Right.
But so when I tell him, just use them, it's fine. And then when he starts talking to me again about my price, I'm like, okay, either there is nobody else.
Of course.
But you're using me. We know this. Let's just do the dance. So we agreed, and I did it. What I soon realized was that this wasn't the ordinary club. There was a pole in the corner. And he's talking about his artists that would dance on the pole.
They're artists. Awesome.
There's a catwalk. So, I'm not that kind of club is not my scene. It was very interesting.
So, little side story. I met a girl once, just like talking. I'm like, oh, so what do you do? She's like, I'm a dancer. And I was like, oh, what kind of dancing? Like ballet and stuff? She's like, is Lapa style? I was like, yeah, it's a style. Lap is a style. So go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. But yeah, so it turns out that this guy's building, he's renovating a strip club.
I don't know what it used to be.
Oh, but it
used to be some kind of bar and grill. I Googled him, his phone number, is the address. I Googled,
You don't have to get into details, but what town is this in?
10 minutes up the road.
Ruffin. Oh, Pelham. Okay, all right. Yep.
It's close by. So it used to be a bar and grill. I don't know how it was a grill. There's no kitchen in there. So I guess really just a bar.
They had a grill out back.
I think they had a little griddle or something. But he's making it into a bar and a dancing club. And again, that's not my style, but
he's not serving food there, is he? There's just something about food.
He said he wants to eventually. They don't have the facilities right now.
There's something about food at a strip club that it's like food in the bathroom. You don't bring your food into the bathroom while you're going to the bathroom. Do you? Pasta in there? You don't do that. Yeah, no.
It saves me time though.
Food at a strip club.
I'm glad that somebody's trying to bring some business to the area. I don't know how that one's gonna do, but I hope it does well. Any kind of business is good business.
Well, let me tell you, those businesses they usually end up doing pretty good.
So yeah, I thought that if I was ever going to make a vlog, that was a great scenario where I was awesome concerned that
I just wish somehow you could have worked him in there, because you could have just. I know that you're new to the vlog, but if you held the camera out and said, "Hey, I do a vlog," blah blah blah. I wonder if he would have been like, "Yeah, it's fine, go ahead."
Yeah, I've completely thought about that. That it definitely was lacking that, and probably just me just getting comfortable doing a vlog and B asking people.
Right.
But, my thought is now all I need to do is say, "Do you want to be in my video?" If they say no, can I blur your face? Is that okay? If they say no, I'm like. Okay, you're out.
Video's off. It's fine.
You're not going to be a YouTube star. That's on you.
And you look at that guy, that UPS guy. You know who I'm talking about? No. The UPS guy on Casey Neistat's channel.
I guess I've not watched enough.
He's become so famous. Casey Neistat started this iPhone app.
Beam, right?
Beam, right. So he starts Beam, and he goes to the UPS guy that normally delivers to his... And I can't think of his name right now, but he's that famous. Like, I know his name. It's like Marcel or something like that. So he goes to him and he's like, "Oh, are you going to download my app?" And the UPS driver pulls out his phone and he's like, "Oh, I've got a BlackBerry. I can't download your app." Well, the next day, someone starts up a startup thing for the UPS driver to get him a new iPhone. So they asked to raise $800. In like 6 hours, they raised $809, and he's got an iPhone the next day.
And he's got that app.
And he's got that app. You bet he's got that app. But that's how famous the guy has become. Just a UPS driver who just happens to deliver packages to Casey Neistat every day, and now everyone knows his name.
Yeah, I mean, watching Casey's videos, it's amazing to see what fans send him.
Oh, yeah, that's you watch awesome. The mail. Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't want them to send me all that stuff. What am I going to do with all this stuff? I clearly don't want to eat anything you send me. I mean, come on. Do you think he's really eating those things? Because he gets tons of food. Like, half of the packages are food. Would you eat them?
I would not. But Casey may be a brave man. I don't know.
There is no way I'm eating those. So they're just trash.
That could be a great secondary vlog for you. Will I die if I eat this?
Actually, the secondary vlog is I keep giving this food to the same couple or the same homeless shelter as anyone, and they just keep going back every week. So has anything happened? No? Okay. No one's got sick or died or anything? Oh, okay. Oh, great. And track someone's health as you're giving them the... Like, make it, like, secretly, like, you give them the food and you're filming them and everything. And, like, okay, they're looking a little whiter this week. That could be a whole vlog inside the vlog. Because I wonder if he is eating if he does eat the food. Because there's just no way I'm eating some stranger sends me.
I would have concerns. I would not eat it.
Man, I'd hate to not eat it, though. I mean, because obviously people just like the guy and they have no interest in, it doesn't seem like they'd want to harm him. But,
They're fans.
Right, they're fans, right. But I'd still have a problem eating the food.
This is good. Cut.
God.
Selected that in.
Oh, yeah, but he gets a crazy amount of mail. Crazy amount of free things. I want some free stuff. But I want some better free stuff than what he gets, though.
That might be tough. That might be a challenge. A couple more projects of mine we'll update on. This vlog really has just, I feel like it's sparked my creativity and my imagination, all these ideas and all these new ideas. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Amélie. It's maybe a French movie.
No.
It's got this soundtrack by Yann Tiersen, and there's this one song that I heard it, and you sometimes you just hear that song that it's amazing. And that song, I heard it, and I thought, I'd like to learn to play piano just so I could play this one song. If I could learn to play piano, just play this song, I don't need to know any other song. So guess what I'm doing for the past few weeks?
I noticed the piano over there, and I was actually going to ask about it.
Keyboard in the corner, yeah.
Why is there? So you're learning to play the song.
YouTube is awesome. They have people that make tutorial videos. So somebody's taken this song, and they've broken it, because I know nothing about the keyboard. I can't play a keyboard or a piano. Right. So they've broken it down where it's really slow, so it's like boom, boom. Because the song's like, really fast.
Right.
And so I'm slowly trying to do something. Wow. And of course, I'm documenting my progress. Just
so you can learn to play this one song? Or do you think you're going to learn to play the keyboard now?
I just want to play that one song.
So why don't you just learn to play the keyboard?
Because that's too much to learn. I just want to learn one song.
So as you're learning the song, though, are you learning the notes?
The keyboard has the notes markered onto each key. Without that really kind of...
So then how are you learning the song, then? How are you learning to play this song if you are not reading any music?
These tutorials are videos, so it's, like Rock Band?
So these tutorials are of this specific song?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gosh. It's the exact song slowed down. It looks like Rock Band, so it slows it down to my...
And it shows it to you lit and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, you should just learn how... Why don't you just learn how to play the thing?
I don't need to know how to... I just want to play that song.
What are you going to do when you learn to play the song?
Pat myself in the back and make a little video.
I didn't mean to ask you where... I think you used a really good song at the beginning of your vlog. And I thought, where did you get that from?
I also used that. I created another video. Martinsville, Virginia had a Touch a Truck event, which...
I know it. Oh, yeah, and I did watch that.
Song.
Yeah.
I like the song so much I had to use it in
twice.
2 videos. But I used this website, All Stock Music or Stock Free Music.
Because that did not sound like the typical music that you get for videos. I thought, okay, I don't know where he's...
Well, the reason I first picked it is the Martinsville video takes place at Martinsville Speedway, a NASCAR track. So I thought, what better music for NASCAR than some hip-hop?
Right.
But I really liked the song, so I just had to use it on my vlog. It clicked for me.
No, it was good. It was real good.
I mean, typically I don't use hip-hop songs, but I really like that one, and I may have to start. Bring it back to Casey Neistat. He gets a lot of music off SoundCloud.
Yeah, I was wondering where he got his stuff.
I'm like, I don't have the time to... I don't know if he searches in depth or he just...
picks one and
search and goes for it.
So SoundCloud, you can get the music off SoundCloud for free?
No, here it is. And I've actually encountered this before. There's a lot of people on SoundCloud that just want somebody to hear their music. Right. And I've seen people say, use my music as long as you credit me. Because Casey credits everybody he uses.
Right, at the end,
a lot of people, I assume, and I'm sure this is what he does, he finds somebody he likes, he sends them an email. And of course, if they can be on Casey Neistat, that's huge.
Yeah, you'd be an idiot to say no.
But I mean, I've encountered a few people on SoundCloud where they have on their SoundCloud page, as long as you credit me, you can use any song of mine you want.
Oh, wow.
And some of these guys are really good. There's one guy that, with the right video, I'd use his music. It's really neat. But right now, I'm just using my stock music thing because it suffices.
No, I mean, I would love to do a vlog. Gosh, what the heck would I talk about?
Your vlog can be about you helping me on all my vlogs. Get really meta on it.
Camera on the camera.
All right, now I've got one more project I'm working on. Let me step away to get it.
Oh, no. I swear I get hit in the head with a shovel. Buried in the front yard.
So this project is incomplete, as you can tell.
Wait, so okay, yeah, no, it's incomplete as I can tell, yes. It's obviously a weapon.
It's a dagger.
I want to guess what it's from. Is it from a game or a movie?
I will say that I can't go too in-depth because this is part of my Halloween costume. But I'm happy to answer some of your questions. Is it from a game or movie? It is from a game.
Then I don't know it.
If you take a stab, you might just get it.
I mean, is this game new? Is this Final Fantasy?
No.
Zelda?
No.
I don't know.
If you look over there, it might give you a clue.
Oh, it's from that too.
Same game from Skyrim.
Okay. Oh man, that's going to be so cool. How are you going to attach this to this? You haven't figured that out
Well, so
yet.
far, like if you look at the handle,
right?
I've made each piece individually, so each piece had some runoff just so I can hold it and shape it.
Right.
And then I just trim it and glue it together. But here's the really cool thing about this. I've never done this, but my plan is to cold cast it. And what it is, I'm going to make a mold, and I'm going to get bronze powder. And so when it comes out of this mold, it's going to look like an ancient bronze dagger.
Okay, so first you have to cast this.
To make a mold.
Right. You have to make a mold of it, and then you have to pour whatever you want into that mold.
Which would be a resin plastic.
And then how are you gonna get the bronze in there? You're gonna mix it in with the resin?
What I would do is I will powder the mold with the bronze powder. Right. Then I will mix the bronze powder in. And the resin plastic will be tinted black or just a black resin. Right. And that is how you do it.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I decided I should start on Halloween early this year because last year I did not sleep the month of October, and I really want to be able to sleep this year.
You'd like to sleep this year? Gosh, I haven't started on ours yet either, our Halloween costumes. This looks great. So this is essentially what you did to the shield right here. You made this kind of ridge like this, and now you'll fill it in with body filler?
Yeah, what's going to happen is this piece of plastic, this is a guide, so it's going to slope from that edge to the top.
From there to there, right. Yeah. Oh, wait. It's going to slope from the white?
Yeah, it's very sharp.
It's a very steep. I thought it was going to go all the way out to the, is that, cardboard?
MDF and plastic. Yeah. I mean, these parts are in essence done. It's just this little strip.
So
then this needs to angle down.
Once you do that, does this MDF get cut off?
No.
So the MDF is there. I didn't know I don't know this weapon. That's why I wasn't sure.
In essence, this is very close to it. I mean, this strip is going to thicken up, and then this is going to taper down to a point here. But in essence, the blade part is done. I
got to tell you, it took me a minute to realize that this was not a wrap. I thought it was like I thought you took some type of like rattan almost and wrapped it around here. It is not, right? It's a solid piece of wood.
Solid wood. Yeah, I was really pleased with how that one came out. Started out as a 3/4 inch piece of wood, and then I cut the curve into it. And actually what I did is I used the bandsaw. I got a bandsaw recently. My father-in-law is awesome. He gives me some really nice tools.
Nice.
So I sliced each end, and then that let me trace it from one side to the other. And then I used a file to kind of curve it out like that. Yeah, I thought it came out really well.
Yeah,
I was really
it came
happy
out
with
really nice. I like the handle a lot. And is this finished product, or do you have to add body filler to this?
Bottom needs a little bit of filler, and then the top too, because the hilt, I've actually, that's the third time I've attached it. I attached it, and I did it wrong. I cut it off. I attached it again. I cut it off again. I attached it. Third time I actually got it right. So I need to use a little bit of filler just to kind of smooth out some gaps and tweak a few things.
Yeah.
But also, once I prime it and paint it, I'll probably have to tweak it a little bit because it's hard to tell what's smooth and what's not.
How are you going to create the mold?
Once the knife is assembled, I'm going to get some clay. Well, I'm going to somehow suspend it. I'm going to create a little wooden box.
Somehow.
I may just do clay, but either way, somehow I'm going to embed it in clay and pour silicone over half of it. And then I'll flip it over and pour silicone on the other half. And I'll put some kind of mold release between it so I can break the two halves apart. And then I'll drill a hole in one end and pour my resin.
I'm sure there's got to be instructions.
Oh, there's time. I mean, I've looked at some. Once I get to that step, I'll research a little harder.
So this is all part of the costume.
The shield is not. The shield is, I just wanted to do it.
I'd carry the shield anyway. If you're not going to carry it, I'll carry it.
All right.
I'll be a Ninja Turtle with that shield. Actually, there's a Ninja Turtle episode where they use stuff like that, so it'd be perfect. Man, this thing is going to turn out really well.
Well, the plan for this costume, my aim is to have 2 daggers, and I would like a staff, but that is dependent on whether I have time to create a staff.
Yeah, and then you've got costume.
The costume's kind of simple.
All right, is the whole family going as?
No.
Oh, you're not doing that? It's not a theme.
Yeah.
Not a whole family theme?
Well, my wife prefers the family theme to be family-oriented, which generally jive with my interpretation of Halloween. So last year worked out well. I was a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Ghostbusters.
I love Ghostbusters. So that worked out. The year before, I was a knight, so we could have done something then. Well, anyway, this one's going to be a little bit, I guess, scarier. My son's going to be Buzz Lightyear.
That's an easy one.
For the average person, it's easy. I'm going to actually build Buzz Lightyear. That's the plan right now.
Get trapped in Halloween costume.
My wife's like, well, you can just buy like a plastic. I'm like,
I have one.
I can't do that.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to build him the Buzz armor and the dome, and why make it easy when I can make it really difficult?
You can make it completely difficult.
But that's such an awesome costume.
I was going to say, and that's stuff that you can eventually, once you throw the other 4,000 pounds of stuff away here, and this becomes like the studio/man cave, like that's the stuff that you like put up on those shelves and you look at later and you have forever.
Well, my thought is Buzz, he'll outgrow that soon, and eBay will probably gobble that up. And
oh, really? You'll get rid of it?
I would think so. I mean, if it's something he could keep for a while, But with that,
See,
he's
that to me says you keep it on your shelf. Your kid wore that for like his how old is he now? Gosh, 4?
4.
His 4th Halloween. Like that's something you keep forever. Like I said, once we do a YouTube video of us cleaning the space. Yeah, I've got to do Halloween costumes. I have no idea what we're gonna do.
Buzz Lightyear?
We normally do a theme, so I have no idea what the theme's going to be. This last year was Turtles, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I don't know what it's going to be this year. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again.
The sequel.
The sequel.
I think we're pretty wrapped up.
Yeah, no, I don't have any projects. Now you have me thinking about Halloween, and now I have no idea what I'm going to do, and it's August, and it takes a little time. No, I mean, I don't go as crazy as you do, but I do homemade costumes and homemade weapons. They're obviously not as detailed as that.
I'm hoping I'll be able to sell a few copies of that.
Can you do... Oh, is that why you're making it in a mold?
Well, I'm making it a mold so it can be... I mean, it's going to be actual bronze powder.
Right.
So it's going to look and feel like metal. That's why it's a mold, because I can't...
Yeah, you can't do that any other way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then I'm like, well, if I got the mold, I might as well see if I can sell a few.
Or sell the mold.
Nah, not selling the mold.
That you won't sell, but your son's 4th Halloween costume, let's eBay that.
Well, the mold is my method of creating more. If I sell that, I can't make any more.
You're gonna make this one. You might make one other, and it'll be like, all right, it's in a corner in the garage somewhere, and you've moved on to next year's costume.
It'll definitely be 2 for me, and I'm sure my son will get at least 1. So there'll be a few coming out of there.
That's gonna be cool. Have you ever sold anything on Craigslist or bought anything on Craigslist?
I've bought a car on Craigslist, and I've sold a car on Craigslist.
What car did you buy on Craigslist?
My orange truck used to be a mint green truck, and it used to have a cracked engine block.
And you bought that on Craigslist
for like $200.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Not the person obviously not knowing you have 7 of those back at your father's house.
The guy was like, yeah, every half hour I just dump about a half a gallon of water in the radiator. It'll work sweet.
And how did that go? The guy was asking $200. You went there, paid $200, towed it away. There was no...
I didn't tow it. I drove it.
You just poured water in it.
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
And what did you sell on there? Another. You sold a car.
Sold a car. My parents had a Buick, and I can't remember what was wrong with it, but something was not right with it.
Why did that make you sell it on Craigslist instead of just sticking a sign on it and putting it in your front yard? Because cars, I never think to look at cars on Craigslist. Because, to me, I would literally just put it in the front yard and put a sign on it. So what made you sell it on Craigslist?
Well, the reason was the car's at their house, so there was a distance thing.
Oh, right.
And they're like, well, just see what you can do. And
yeah,
that thing sold really quick, too. Apparently old people like Buicks. Who knew?
Oh, gosh.
It's a fixer-upper. So the guy, the guy came out, he drove it. And I was like, this is my price. Take it or leave it. He's like... And he tried to hassle, but I was like, this is my price. And he took it.
Man, I got home from vacation. I'm getting some stuff sent to the house tomorrow, and it's going in the basement, some workout stuff, so I don't have to go to the gym as much. And I'm going through the basement. I have an old kayak there that we haven't used. I bought for Jack, but it was too wide for him to use, so I got him another one. It was just sitting in the basement. And I thought, geez, what am I going to do with this? I was just going to put it out on the curb. I'll try Craigslist. I've never sold anything on Craigslist, but I bought something on Craigslist before. So I put it up on Craigslist, and I'm like, kayak with paddle, $200, come and get it. 3 hours later, maybe, somebody's like, I want it. Someone came to my house, brought me cash, and took stuff away. God bless America.
My fence in the backyard, I bought that on Craigslist.
I just amazed by how well that worked. And now I'm just looking around the house for things to sell.
My dryers was off of Craigslist. I bought the washer and dryer off of Craigslist. Not that washer, the dryer, the washer. When I was video gaming pretty hard, Amazon, you can trade in video games to Amazon. They'll give you Amazon credit. So I would buy them on Craigslist, get the price I need, and then flip them for $5 or $10 on Amazon.
I bought Legos there. It was the only thing I've ever bought on Craigslist.
I was pretty big on eBay way back when, but until they became very unfriendly to sellers. I was selling junk left and right. I was making pretty good profit.
No, I know eBay. I don't like bidding on things. I mean, I bought things off of eBay, but I don't particularly like bidding on anything. I'm the take me to the buy it now.
I was awesome at bidding. I mean, I had it down to a science.
You'd be that sniper, that last second sniper that would come in and take it away from someone?
Really, what I would do, first, you just need to determine how much you're willing to spend. Like this, I'll just do a little bit more. This is my maximum price. This is what I'll spend. And then you make it a weird number, like $10.13. And so then I'd wait until if I could, I'd wait until the auction was down to 5 seconds left, and I'd put that number in there. Because the thing is, if you bid early, it just drives the cost up. So you want to wait until the very last minute. So I'd put in my price and let it fly. I work in an architecture firm, and you have this accreditation, LEED accreditation, where it's leadership in energy and sustainable design. You take this test to pass that, and I made flashcards for myself to help me study for this big test. I was like, well, I'll just throw those bad boys on eBay and see what happens.
Telling me that. Yeah.
And so there's a PDF I don't think eBay allows you to sell digital files anymore, but back then they did. So, man, every week I'd just sell these $15 flashcards every week. And then, of course, the lead place, they updated it, so my flashcards were out of date. But for those 6 months, man, $10, $15 every week like clockwork. I remember one item, I was selling something for $1. It's some piece of junk, but my shipping was $8. And the person's like, your shipping's kind of high. Can you lower it? I'm like, I'm sorry, that's my cost. So I sold that thing for $1 plus $8 shipping. Guess how much profit I made on that? $6.
What was it? What were you selling for $1?
I don't even remember. I'd start everything at $1. No, yeah, or maybe it's 10 cents. No, I think the item was 10 cents, and I made $6 on it. I don't know eBay anymore, but they had tiers where 10 cents was like the cheapest to start it, because the higher you start the price, the more they charge you. So I started everything at 10 cents, and some stuff would take off, some stuff wouldn't. I'm not sure I should say that on a podcast. Also, at the same time, I was selling a lot of car parts. I may have to edit this out, but I'll go ahead and say it. So I sold to a guy in Canada a back glass out of a Nissan pickup truck, but he didn't want to get insurance. And I was still a little concerned, so I bought...
Insurance on a windshield. Yeah, you might want...
I bought insurance on it, so it got lost. He didn't have insurance. I did. He'd already paid me. He paid me, and I got insurance on it.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'll probably edit that one out.
Why? I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, he probably got reimbursed from the shipping company that lost his piece of glass.
Perhaps.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
It'd be nice for me to give him the money, but he didn't buy insurance. I bought insurance. It's my insurance. And then one time I had this one thing. I sold a speaker to somebody in Florida, and it never arrived. I don't know. I got to keep the money, and I don't know what they ever did.
It probably arrived, but he probably lied.
Yeah, but usually when you lie, it's to get your money back. They never got any money back, so I don't know what happened with that.
I'm new to this because I'm the kind of person that will take, I don't care what it is. I don't care, like I said, if it's a kayak, I don't care if it's an amp, I don't care what it is. I will take it to Goodwill or put it out on the curb because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to put it up. But after I sold that kayak, I'm literally looking at everything in the house. I'm like, I don't really need that. I went into the attic. I was like, I've got 3 car stereo amps up here, an MTX 10-inch subwoofer in the bottom. I was like, what am I going to put this in the minivan?
Yeah, do that.
So, yeah.
Another vlog episode. We got it. You're on fire here. We got it.
My first vlog episode put a subwoofer in his minivan.
That'd probably go viral, too. I was selling a lot of car parts, and so I was on this forum. I think my name, I don't know if this was it, but something like this, like Daddy Ward was my name on the forum.
Nice.
I would get checks made out to me, Daddy Ward. That'd be what the checks made out to. And the bank would cash it. And the funniest one ever was, it was just Ward written in crayon on the check, and the bank cashed it.
That's crazy.
And some of the stuff I wonder how it ever got mailed. Like some things were more tape than box. And I'm like, yeah, that'll probably be okay.
So what makes you sell something for 10 cents, charge $8 shipping, and profit $6? Why does that make it worth it? That just does not seem worth it to me at all.
I mean, at this point in life, no, that wouldn't be worth it to me. No. But back then, I was in college, and every dollar counted.
Counts, yeah. I'm getting rid of the sofa, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Because my first instinct, anything that's wood and fabric, my first instinct is to take it up back and set it on fire.
Yes,
because it's fun to watch. It's
Vlog number 4.
How to set a sofa on fire. No, so I was like, you know what? I'll take a picture and I'll put it on Craigslist. Maybe somebody will give me $50 for this thing, you know what I mean? The sofa's in fine condition, but it was a couple $100 when I bought it, so it's like, $50. I just put it on there today. I don't know if anyone's emailed me yet to get a $50 sofa.
When I bought my green S10 off of Craigslist, it had a camper and a bed liner. I sold them both for like $15 a piece, $30. I'm like, man, I just got like 25% of my investment back on this bad boy.
Could have probably sold them for more than that too.
Oh yeah, but I just want to get rid of them. I don't want to deal with them. Like I put my price as my final price, take it or leave it.
And that's what I'm doing on this Craigslist thing. But it's kind of scary. The guy messaged me like 3 hours later about the kayak. He wanted to come the next day and get it. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll be fine. But it did worry me. Like this guy was like, oh, what's your address? I'll come and pick it up, which appealed me even more because I didn't have to drive it anywhere. I don't have to strap it. I don't have to have it potentially fly off my roof and maybe kill someone. I was like, yeah, just I give him my address, and he came right over with cash and took it. That's kind of scary, a little scary. Kind of like your vlog thing. You just told someone you just gave a stranger your address. And
I know when we first moved here, Jennifer, we were visiting people's homes on Craigslist looking for like sofas, and buying somebody else's sofa kind of scares me anyway, and we did not buy it off of Craigslist. We'd go into these people's homes. I'm like, this is kind of weird. Yeah. If this was me, you would not be coming to my house. The sofa would be sitting in my front yard. That's as far as you get. I mean, I had some people come to my house for like the bed liner and the things I couldn't, but if I could carry it, I'd meet them at Walmart.
I put the sofa in the garage, so that's as far as you're going is the garage. You're not You're not coming in. I met the guy at the end of my driveway for the kayak. The kayak was at the end of the driveway with just enough room for him to pull into the driveway, and that was it. He gave me the money, and I was like, nice meeting you. You got it from there. It weighs 30 pounds. I think you can handle it. So when you looked on Craigslist for sofas, how much were they?
I don't even remember. Now I'm trying to think of all the things.
I thought $50 was a deal. I was like, oh, somebody's going to snatch this up in like 10 minutes.
All these shelves. All of my shelves I got off Craigslist. It was a guy that used to run a Napa auto store, and he had shut down. And I think I got those things for like $10 a piece.
Man, those are nice shelves too.
You know what? Here's the funny thing. I got there the first day, and there were people all over the place getting these shelves. I still had my blazer. I stacked it as far as I could get it inside. The back was riding on the axle.
Man.
And then I went back the next day to get some more, and like he only had 3 or 4 more. I mean, people were cleaning it out.
Oh, $10 a shelf?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like 80 brand new. Yeah. Yeah, but now at this point, Craigslist, it's just such a hassle. And I feel like so much of my stuff, nobody wants this stuff. And I feel like it's going to be more time for me to try and sell it.
How much time is this taking me? I mean, I took a picture, I posted it. It probably took 5 minutes. Because what do I need to say about a sofa? Here's the picture.
Oh, you have to say Marilyn Monroe slept on it.
What's it?
You got to sell these things. I mean, Dennis Quaid wet himself on this sofa. That stain on the cushion, that's Dennis.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Here's the sofa. Here's the picture of it. Gotta put the motorcycle on there. It's gotta go.
You should pose half-clad on the motorcycle. Vlog number 5.
How to sell a motorcycle to perverts.
Well, this has been a very free-form episode. I think it is time to wrap it up. I think we need to do a top 3, and I'm going to pick the top 3 for you this time.
Oh, thank goodness, because I have not thought it through at all.
Top 3 vlogs you're going to do that we've come up with tonight.
Oh, top 3 vlogs. Okay.
I'm going to go first. I think the motorcycle, how to sell a motorcycle.
Oh, definitely.
That's number 1.
That's got to be number 1.
Speaker in the van, that's a good one.
Do you think I should really pose on the motorcycle?
Oh, yeah. Shirtless.
Oh, no, bikini top. Total bikini top. Thong. Stretched out on it. Yes.
All right. That's definitely my number 1.
Should I blur out my face? That's the question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah on that.
I never decided that. I think that mystery and intrigue is going to entice people.
Or actually put someone else's head on there completely. Put some really hot chick's head on my body. I should really sell it.
That's awesome.
As crazy as it sounds, I would actually put that stereo system in the van. Why not throw a 600 watt amp in?
I think that'd be awesome.
10-inch subwoofer. The third blog, my vlog about you vlogging.
Oh, that's my number 1. That's it. That's not my number 1. Motorcycle's number 2. All right, so my top 3 is you vlogging. Your vlog is you helping me selling a motorcycle and putting a sound system in your van. That's my top 3.
Yeah, that's nice.
So what you got?
Oh, gosh, I've got nothing better than that.
All right, that's it.
Thanks for listening. This has been episode 12 of Fridays on the Fly. I'm Eric.
And I'm Ward. We are on iTunes and we are on Stitcher. We want you to review and rate our show because you're going to be awesome if you do it. We may just congratulate you on the show because of how awesome you are for rating and reviewing our show.
Definitely.
We also want to know your answer to the top 3. We are all over social media. If you throw a stone, you're probably going to hit us. Go to our website, fridaysonthefly.com. You will see links to every single social media site that we are on, and you can comment on every single one and tell us your top 3, the vlogs you want Eric to do. And chances are he may do them because he's hungry for ideas.